You laid out pretty compellingly the fiscal challenge that we face going forward, and I think that's what we wrestle with on this committee more than almost anything else. And let me posit a couple things and then try and get your opinion on it if it's appropriate. First, you mentioned spending restraint, and that's actually beginning to happen. Appropriations Committee has actually cut discretionary spending 2 budget years in a single calendar year. We have an agreement in the Budget Control Act going forward that going to let out the belt a little, but honestly, in the context of the federal budget, not a lot. We can argue about whether it was good policy or not, but we did tie long-term spending cuts in some fashion to the debt ceiling increase. So there's lots of signs that, at least on the discretionary side, we're beginning to see some discipline, and it's likely to stay here for a while. Second, on the revenue front, the President obviously extended all the tax cuts for 2 years. He had the ability not to do that. He could have knocked all of them out, or any of them that he wanted to knock out, because we couldn't have possibly overridden the veto, and frankly, he had majorities until January to do pretty much what he wanted. He told us pretty clearly then that he thought we needed those tax cuts for another 2 years. And he bargained in exchange for that an extension of unemployment and obviously the payroll tax holiday. But he signaled that, look, come January next time, we're going to have a revenue increase for high-income earners if I'm still the President of the United States. And he'll have the ability to impose that if he chooses. So let's just posit for a minute, hate to do this as a Republican, that he's in the position to do that. So that'll be a revenue increase of some sort. Are those two things in and of themselves, spending restraint and revenue increases of the kind that we're talking about, sufficient to deal with the long-term structural deficit that you described?
No, I don't think they are, and I think standard CBO calculations would support that. Discretionary spending is not particularly high as a share of GDP relative to history. I think you could cut discretionary spending pretty close to zero and not solve the problem in the long term. So focusing only on discretionary spending is probably not going to be by itself sufficient on the spending side. And
I don't mean to put words in your mouth, or only on the revenue side. I mean only on the tax side.
Well, I was going to say on the other side that there are many arguments for and against changing the taxes on higher income individuals, but that by itself is not going to close the budget deficit either. We need a much broader set of policies. I think the elephant in the room is really health care costs. Under the as I mentioned in my testimony, we're heading towards 9 or 10% of GDP just from federal spending on health care, and then another 8 or 9% eventually in private sector health care spending. So that's a broad issue that affects the budget and affects the efficiency of our economy that I don't think we're going to get a real solution there without some kind of way of addressing that problem.
I agree very much with that, and obviously we had an effort in this committee to do exactly that in the so-called Ryan budget. I suspect we'll have something very similar again this year. I hope we look at Social Security as well. I know that decision hasn't been made because I think that's the crux of the issue. But we have a lot of commissions that put out a lot of ideas. Are you aware of any other elected officials that have actually passed or proposed? Has the President laid out a set of long-term reforms and entitlement spending, or anybody else other than my friend, the chairman here?
I don't know of any comprehensive plan. Again, as you point out, there have been a number of commissions which have, even those commissions are not fully detailed. I mean, for example, I don't think Bowles Simpson had a lot to say about health care and how to control that spending. But that's where, I think that's where, a lot of the serious work has been done is in think tanks and the like.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Pasquarello.